opinion, there is no plan for election as it should be, as it is all over the world. There is no plan to have election even as we know it in Nigeria with the rigging and all those things. There is no election as we know it that will take place in 2020. What is going to happen in 2020 has already been decided in the name of election. It has already been decided. And what politicians are doing is already backdated. It doesn't make sense. When a political party is going to say that in 2023, while we have a government of northern extraction that is supposed to and must leave power in 2023, that has served 8 years, is going to leave and will leave when an election has taken place, and a winner has emerged. A political party is saying that it will not stop any person from presenting themselves on that political party. Well, any political party, whether it's APC or PDP, that does that, that person is working, that political party is working for itself and the people that run that political party. Because if you want to be fair, you cannot field a northern candidate on any political party if you're asking for justice, when a northerner is living an 8-year tenure. How does that make sense? So it doesn't matter whether it's APC or PDP, they cannot field. I'm not a politician. You cannot field somebody from the north. Even if the person is a Christian, you cannot field that person because it's from the north, unless there are changes made. So, because we're going by north and south. Now, if we're going by north and south, then you cannot field a northerner. There is nothing like Annkio does not like northerners. No, there is nothing like that. You cannot field a northerner in 2023 election, full stop. And it must come to the south. It must come to the south. If it comes to the south, it cannot, in all good conscience, if you are coming to equity, you must come with clean hands. If the election will hold, whichever way they want to hold it, if it will hold in 2023, it cannot go to the southwest, because the southwest have done 8 years in Obasanjo. The south and north, irrespective of the injustice of 17 states and 19 states, the south and the north luckily have 3 zones each. Thank God. So if the north decides, the north of Nigeria decides that their turn to produce a president of northern extraction, which includes, for now, which includes all the Middle Belt states and all the Christian states, if they decide that northern president means a Muslim president, if they decide that northern president must come only from one state, after all, Yar'Adua was from Katsina state, and the next northern president and Muslim president after him is also from Katsina state. So if that is their decision, it's not our business. But if we are talking of equity and justice, we cannot say that when it rotates to the south, which it must in 2023, that it should go to the Yorubas. there is no contextual. I mean, there is nothing that justifies the presidency going to the Southwest at all. Nothing. So that's one aside. The Niger Delta, the South, I prefer Niger Delta. The South, politically, have done 4 elective years. People who attended school and know that 2010 to 2011 is 12 months, is 1 year. May 2000 and God is so wonderful. He didn't make mistake. Yaradua unfortunately died on the 5th. He was buried on the 6th, and Jonathan was sworn in on the 6th. Elections were held. Jonathan was sworn in on the 29th. That's 12 months. And Jonathan was not elected at the swearing in of 2010. So the argument, the nonsensical argument that our politicians refuse to stand up against, that Jonathan has been sworn in twice, does not hold, because he was not elected in 2010. The Constitution is what made him the president of Nigeria between 2010 and 2011 by the unfortunate demise of Yaradua, which had nothing to do with Goodluck Jonathan. Goodluck Jonathan was contending to be the governor of Bayelsa State. He didn't present himself as a candidate for vice president. We were fighting for ownership, control, and management of our resources. It had nothing to do with presidency. That man proposes, God disposes. So God allowed a situation that took place, that a group of people, or one person, manipulated the picking of Yaradua and the picking of Goodluck Jonathan, and history has the rest. So when Jonathan became president for that 1 year, his 1 year, he ran for election and won election and became a four-year tenure president. And he accepted that he lost election in 2015. So basically, that's 5 years. So if that's 5 years, the 1 year is not his tenure. So he should have done another tenure, but he didn't win election, so he didn't do another tenure. Now, equity. If the presidential the presidency rotates to the south, which it must, and it will, the next people in line, by understanding and appreciation and just by doing the right thing, sometimes you step back so that justice can effect itself for the future. Then I would stand with the clamor of the Igbos for the presidency to rotate to the Igbos when it comes to the South in 2023. Now, I'm not in a position to choose for them who they want, how they want it, in what political party that they want to present their candidate. But what is happening now, and have been happening for the past 1.5 years, it's been building up, is that the very people, the North, the very controllers, the people who believe they own Nigeria, are the ones who are choosing and putting out the narrative of which Southerner, from which zone of the South, up to the point of from which state is going to run for president. I'm saying that as a people of Southern Nigeria, the Yorubas, the Igbos, and all the ethnic nationalities in the South, nobody has a right to make those choices for us. We have to make those choices ourselves. Nobody has a right to tell us it must come from the Southeast, it must come from the Southwest or the South-South. We must make those choices for ourselves. That's justice and equity. So that's why I say I'm going into politics. So I want to highlight to us our people that these decisions, these very critical political decisions, that our very existence and the future of our region, our ethnic nationality, our children's future is hanging on these decisions. We cannot, we must not allow anybody to make those decisions for us. If we were allowed in the South to make the decision for the North, when Buhari got the ticket, we would not have chosen Buhari. We would not for the North. We would not have chosen Buhari for the North. They chose Buhari for themselves. Why should they come and choose who will be president from the South? Why? Why should they even have a say in who's going to be president from the southern part of Nigeria? Why should they have a say? They do. They have a say in who is governor. They have a say in who is even local government chairman. Go to the party at a federal level to go and get a blessing, whatever they call that nonsense they do, to get blessing to come and be local government chairman in my state. You have to go to Abuja. But Abuja does not come to you. Do people from Katsina come to Governor Wike here to bless them before they can be local government chairman? No. So these are the issues.